Well, well, well. That's a good dad joke.
Outer Banks, a new Netflix series. From its opening scenes, which founds a group of friends crashing a construction site, there's something always pushing this new Netflix teen drama forward. In other shows with the glossy sheen that covers these spells, that momentum doesn't always come originally. While the same is sometimes true for Outer Banks, even when it falls prey to some of its soapier instincts, there's a distinct kind of energy powering through weaker tides. It's both surprising and heartening to see that in the thrust of this 10 episode season, some of the show's best stretches are spent just hanging out with the Pogues as they dip somewhere off the shore of the cut. The stretch of islands of the North Carolina coast separate from its more economically advantaged neighbors. The main portrait at the center of Outer Banks is led by John B., our narrator, and the first of two dirty blonde teenagers who find more solace out on the waves than they do at home. The other is JJ, whose frequent hot temper makes him something of a foil to the more bookish Pope. Kyra, sound, Kyra rounds out the quartet, a more activist minded group member who effectively renounces the social standing and financial security of her parents. As a unit, the Pogues are a familiar mix of platitudes.
What did you do, JJ?
I got a jet going straight in my butt right now. Y'all should get in immediately.
We never leave a Pogue behind, and crushes and anxieties about what the future might bring. It's a recognizable recipe, but there's some genuinely easy chemistry in this group, especially when they leave all those pressure behind and revel in the fact that they are in high school and have impeccable hair and are impervious to sunburns. And there's something in the Outer Banks brand of group patter that exists right in the sweet spot between boorish teen troubles and too clever by half philosophizing. Their romantic ups and downs and brewing feuds with beachside bullies aren't particularly unique, but the show's setting and approach give them a specific layer that makes these folks particularly endearing. Outer Banks isn't blind to the fact that there are individual problems underneath their carefree facades.
Look, you put the thing in your mouth and breathe. How hard could it be?
Well, if you come up too fast, nitrogen gets into your blood and you get the bends.
Bends like bend over and
The
just
bends
put-
kill you.
John B is wrestling with the absence of his parents, while Pope feels the pull of his growing pre-college obligations. JJ struggles with an abusive father to bubble up in his friendship, and Kyra is more in her element, taking charge of the group than dressing up for the social events of the country club set.
We need your son.
Yeah, and Ivan rules. Day after hurricane's a free day.
Who the hell made that up?
Pentagon, I think. We have security clearance. I have a card.
After all the teen drama, the series' biggest hook is the shroud of uncertainty around John B's father, who goes missing while pursuing a decades-long search for the remnants of a centuries-old shipwreck somewhere in the greater reaches of the Atlantic. When a key piece of evidence makes it back to the Pogue, they quickly find themselves at the center of a web of intrigue that puts each one of them in harm's way. As a mystery, Outer Banks is largely a function of a neat, relatively straight line of clues where the major setbacks happen to skilled as the Pogues may leave behind the steering wheel of a boat. Their island-wide scavenger hunt mostly becomes about connecting the dots between the promise of the riches and the things itself. Along the way, the show's time is still best spent on letting this small group of friends evolve and contract and complicate in between the tidy revelations of the journey.
Since she heard you're being threatened with exile, she's just been like, oh, he's so powerful, John B. Oh, just give me that John D already. Like, when are you gonna swoop on that, man?
Bro, you know the rule. No poke on poke macking.
To wrap up, I would like to say the treasure they are looking for is such a massive combination of wealth and coastal lore, and the rest of the show feels the need to escalate to live up the glimmer and the end of the search in trying to set up for real danger. It is a very good show and you would like to watch it, at least for the quarantine. It is a very good show to binge watch, and I guess that will be it for this video, and I will meet you in the next video. Thank you.